Hey y'all, today I'm going to be doing another first impression video, and this time it's going to be on the new foundation from YSL. It is the Youth Liberator foundation. I ended up purchasing this in the shade B70, and I really wanted to try out this foundation because number one, I've never tried a really high-end foundation. Number two, every review I've seen on, or every time I've seen it, it just really interests me. Like it's supposed to be basically skincare plus foundation, and if you are at all familiar with YSL's skincare line, then you know they have a Youth Liberator Serum, and that's like an award-winning serum for that. It's supposed to be infused into this foundation as well. So it also has an SPF 20, and it is supposed to be a hydrating medium to full coverage foundation. So, and if you see me looking down, I'm just on YSL's website because I want to give you the information that they say about their foundation. So anyway, this foundation comes in 10 shades, and I actually ended up getting the darkest, which is B70. Now, I did do a little test of this on my hand just to see if it matched before I put it all over my face. And it seems like it's going to be a good match. But the problem with that is there are plenty of people darker than me, and I don't think that any makeup brand should only be catering to lighter skin tones. So that's that. But anyway, I'm still going to try the foundation out, and hopefully I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in a little bit closer so you can see what's going on with my face. Okay, so on my face now, I have just washed my face and applied moisturizer and eye cream. I do not have a primer on. Usually when I do these type of first impressions, I do apply a primer, but because this has skincare in it, I didn't want to apply a primer because then you're blocking that serum from actually being absorbed into your skin. So it's kind of like making the serum, the skincare serum that's in here, that's like making it useless. So I will not be using a primer today. So it comes in this little bottle, which makes it look like, you know, a screw off top, but underneath this top is actually a pump. So that's awesome. So I was trying to decide on what brush to use for this, but I'm actually just going to use my fingers because with skincare, I do like to apply it with my fingers, and so I'm just going to test that out with this foundation because I want to make sure that I get this foundation completely buffed into my skin. And sometimes with that, when I do that with the brush, it causes dry patches. So I'm going to just try to start with maybe just a pump. Okay, so that's a pump. And so the color match looks pretty good. I'm just going to try to do one side of my face first. And hopefully nobody comments on me rubbing my face too hard. Sometimes I think things look different on video than what they actually are in real life. I'm not rubbing my face very hard at all. But every time I do a video where I put on foundation with my finger, somebody has to comment on how I'm rubbing my face too hard. Okay, so I will say this feels really good going on. And right off the bat, I can tell that it's covered my minor imperfections. I don't know that I would necessarily call this medium coverage though. I think it's more of a sheer to light because I can still see the redness that I have in my skin here a little bit, just poking out. Not a lot, but see, side without foundation, side with foundation. So it's a little bit more perfected on this side, but not completely. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side of my face. And it feels really good in the hands. It feels like I'm putting on moisturizer. Also, so far I am liking the finish. It kind of looks, I don't want to say, well, yeah, I guess dewy. Okay, so this is what one layer of the foundation looks like, and I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty natural. Still, I will maybe say a light coverage or a light to medium coverage maybe, but definitely not medium to full just yet. I am going to try a little bit more just because I want to see how much this can be built up. or not how much it can be built up, but see if it actually builds up to a medium coverage. And actually I'm still working on that first pump off my hand, so. Also, if I was using a brush, I probably would be getting more coverage from this, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah, I like that. That was one pump that I used up on my hand, and it covered all the areas I wanted to. It's definitely more of a light to medium coverage at this point, but if I used a brush, you know, I probably would get a heavier coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. So now I have completely finished my makeup. I put on concealer underneath my eyes only, and I powder underneath my eyes only. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you know that I do not use powder all over my face every single day. So for this video, I did not use powder. I hope I don't regret it later on in the day, but as of right now, I really, really like the finish that this foundation gives me. It feels really good on the skin. It feels like I'm wearing nothing, but when I look in the mirror, it looks just like I have perfect skin. It doesn't like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, but it looks like, you know, like I just have that good skin. Like I feel like this will be one of those foundations that people would tell me, oh, your skin looks so nice, which is like the best compliment ever. So right now the time is 11:47, so I'll be checking in with you guys later. Now I might have to do that next checkup on my iPhone depending on what time I get back home, but I will definitely check back in with you guys later, so you can see how this foundation is holding up. And if I decide that I need to touch up my foundation, I will definitely check back in with you all so you can see what it looks like before I do that. All right, see you soon. Hey y'all, I'm back, and I am sorry, but I'm recording on my iPhone because I am out. But I just wanted to come on really quick and show you all what my face looks like. The time is now 3:05 p.m. so it's been about 3.5 hours, and as you can tell, I'm getting shiny in my T-zone area and right here. It still looks like my foundation is holding up. I can still see my blush. Yeah, my face still looks good besides the obvious shininess. So I think I'm actually going to have to blot my face, and because I'm not about to go home yet, so I think I'm gonna blot my face. So I'll quickly do that, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like after I blot. Okay, so I was actually didn't have my blotting papers with me, so I just did a quick touch up with my Nars clear or translucent crystal setting powder. This is the pressed one. So it's just this one here, the white translucent powder. So with this powder, it doesn't really add any coverage to my face. It kind of just helps to mattify it without being too mattifying. So yeah, I think it looks a lot better now. I'm looking in my little car mirror. So yeah, so right now I think it looks still pretty good. I can still see my coverage. It's still holding up, but now I'm just not as shiny. So I will see you guys in a few hours. So I'm back, and the time is now 8 p.m. and so that means I've had this foundation on for over 8 hours. Last time I checked in, I think it was about 5 hours ago. So as you can see, I do have a little bit more shine breaking through, and it usually tends to look worse on camera just because the light is shining directly on me. But in person, it actually looks really good. So after I touched it up that one time, it held up for the next 5 hours. So I was out and about today, and the sun was out. It wasn't hot, but it was, you know, I live in Florida, so it was relatively warm, and I was running a lot of errands. So I'm pretty impressed with this foundation, the way it held up. I can still see my blush. I can still see all my other makeup on my face, and I can tell that the foundation has not broken down. I just have a little bit of oil breaking through my T-zone, which is somewhat normal. So overall, I really like the way this foundation performed for the first day. Now, of course, I can't give you a full review, but usually when I do these type of first impression videos, I will try to update you either via a favorites video or a blog post normally. So just to recap, I've had this foundation on 8 hours. It held up well. I touched up once, and the coverage is about a light to medium coverage on me. I am using the shade B70, which is the darkest shade available right now. So let me know down below if you've tried this foundation yet and what your thoughts on it are if you have. And then you can also leave any questions or any other random comments down below. I think the next time that I wear this foundation, I probably will set it right after applying it, and I think that will cut off on some of the oil production because my skin is not really super oily. I didn't set it initially today. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.